I think the science behind leveraging social media and big data is complex and nascent.
A few years back, when social and digital started becoming popular, a lot of the decisions made by companies and executives were based on intuition and gut. They were not based on necessarily on hard numbers and data. What we're now seeing is this brave new world where companies and execs also are figuring out that there is an increasing importance of mining the data using tactics and analytics before you actually make any sort of strategic decisions. In the context of big data, we are looking at all the major components such as search engine, display advertising, mobile, social listening. What's happening with big data is that people are generating lots and lots of content on social media. So the volume of data being generated is increasing, the velocity is increasing, and the variety. And it's not just numeric data, it's textual information. People are posting photos and so on. So there's a lot of stuff going on there.
I think there's a huge demand. I would say that every company is hungry for these skills. Companies in the next 5 years are going to change their cultures to become more data-driven as opposed to being anecdotal in their decision-making. But to be able to do that effectively, you need people who can harness data, who can visualize it in different ways, who can create social networks and do analysis based on social networks using the data. And then take it back out in terms of actual business insights out to the management.
The biggest need is the ability to attribute a sale to a particular touch point. So the holy grail in this industry is something called digital attribution, where the key idea is if somebody ends up buying a product worth $100, is it because this person saw the ad on television or on the mobile phone or in the social media context, on a search engine? There's so many touch points before the final conversion happens. So that's like the holy grail of digital marketing today.
First of all, two things. One, you have to get your in-house data in shape. Mobile data is very intractable, very hard to deal with. But if you can get it in shape, it has a lot of value. Same thing with social. Most companies don't have a social view of their consumers. If your consumer list is in a flat file, okay, they are individual customers. If you don't have a social view of them, then you can't even start thinking about, well, how are people different, and what are the sub-communities in my network, and how do I target them differently, and how do I, use peer influence to do viral marketing? These are building blocks there's a starting points for a lot of companies. Once they get beyond that, okay, then I think they can get towards optimization and predictive modeling as to what's going to happen in the future. They can get to that also. So I think those would be sort of the key journeys that companies have to take.